Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to do my last video for the night, so we're going to get right into here. We're going to do NFL news and talk about, go over NASCAR, whatever's there, so let's get right into it. So, Purdy report, Chiefs, wide receiver Xavier Worthy is expected to make his return this week per head coach Andy Reid, so Xavier Worthy will be back this week against Baltimore. So big news there because the Chiefs offense has really struggled. So to get Xavier Worthy back's big. So Purdy report, Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson isn't on any sort of discipline heading into week 4. Despite his 2 fumbles last week per head coach Mike Vrabel. Ramondre Stevenson's kind of had a fumble issue, man. He had 2 fumbles last week. But I don't know what discipline's going to do with him. Like, what are you going to do? Make him go to bed without supper? Or a spanking? Like, what do you mean discipline? Like, then why was he third in line for the running back drills during this week in practice? I mean, pretty stupid, though. I would just play Henderson, but whatever. So, Deanna Rossini talked about the Texans and C.J. Stroud. And she said, end quote, there's some things going on behind the scenes that I think we're going to find out about soon. I don't know what could be happening behind the scenes. No, their offensive line is just ass. I don't know what else could be going on behind the scenes. Well, C.J. Gardner-Johnson's a different situation. I think he just wanted to get the fuck out of there. I don't know what else could be happening behind the scenes. So, some breaking news. Jaden Daniels, quarterback, and Terry McLaurin, receiver, have been ruled out this week versus the Falcons. So, they're going to be without Jaden Daniels or Terry McLaurin. But I think they'll be fine because Michael Penis is ass. And they'll have Marcus Mariota, who's a serviceable backup. I think they'll be fine. Giants' new starting QB, Jackson Dart, called Brian Dable late last night to discuss the team's red zone issues. He told Dart, end quote, get some sleep, we'll talk about it in the morning, and he's eager to fix those problems, but not a great answer from Brian Dable. Doesn't give a fuck when he's off the clock, and it shows here. Did this happen? I don't know, but if this is, that's probably why he's going to get fired at some point. Cole Stevenson back, Cam Bynum, he says the Rams, they pump fake crowd noise into their stadium on some podcast. I don't know if they do. 49ers QB Brock Purdy has no injury status designation, is now expected to start Sunday versus the Jaguars, so Brock Purdy will be returning this week. And they're also listing Juwan Jennings, shoulder and ankle, and Ricky Pearsall, knee, as questionable for Sunday's game versus the Jaguars. The Rams are listing wide receiver Devontae Adams as questionable for Sunday's game against the Colts due to his hamstring injury. And Sean McVay, on whether it will affect his snap count, he says he doesn't know about that. Keep scrolling. Some notable Bucks questionables for Sunday's game versus the Eagles. Chris Godwin, Baker Mayfield, and Tristan Wirfs are among the questionable. Mike Evans is out. So those are some of the notables. Those are guys that are questionable. Packers running back Josh Jacobs, who was limited in practice this week due to an ankle injury, is off the injury report, and he's good to go Sunday night versus the Cowboys. Patriots first-year defense coordinator Terrell Williams has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. Coach Mike Vrabel said Friday. Fuck cancer, man. Hopefully, speedy recovery for the defensive coordinator Terrell Williams. The Texans are listing cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. as questionable for Sunday's game due to an oblique injury, while Texans receiver Nico Collins is off the injury report and is good to go Sunday. For the second straight day, Jets QB Justin Fields is listed as a full participant in practice, putting him on track to play Monday night versus Miami. Oh man, I can't wait to recap the Jets and the Dolphins. Such a great game there, guys. Titans are placing rookie running back Khalil Mullings on injured reserve due to an ankle injury. The Chargers have ruled out offensive lineman Mekhi Becton and tight end Will Dissly for Sunday's game at the Giants. So Shane Tamora, the man who killed 4 people and then himself at the July shooting at the NFL headquarters, was posthumously diagnosed with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, according to a statement from the New York City officer of the chief medical examiner. I don't know. Damn. Falcons cornerback A.J. Terrell is out for Sunday's game versus Washington due to his hamstring injury. For the Giants, Malik Neighbors is off the injury report and good to go for Sunday's game against the Chargers. Giants have ruled out kicker Graham Gano due to a groin injury, and former Falcons kicker Younghoe Koo is expected to make his Giants kicking debut on Sunday. See if we got any more news here. Just keep scrolling through Adam Schefter's Twitter. So, Chuba Hubbard, Panthers running back, is questionable for Sunday versus the Panthers due to a calf injury, and Xavier Legette has also been ruled out against the Patriots. Obviously, Jay Nails and Terry McLaurin are out, so Panthers head coach and Jets defensive coordinator Steve Wilkes responded to the comments that Baker made after beating New York last week. He said, "I loved it, and also their D coordinator is one that came in Carolina." He said, "I don't really think an interim coach has that much authority over personnel. If that's the case, I would have never gotten rid of our best player, Christian McCaffrey." So, a little bit of beef right there with Steve Wilkes and Baker Mayfield. Matt Milano is out with a pec injury, and defensive tackle Ed Oliver for Sunday's game versus the Saints. Oh no, they're only going to win by like 40 instead of like 30. The NFL announced a multi-year commitment to play a minimum of 3 regular season games over 5 years in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Beginning in 2026, the league will again return to Brazil in 2026 to play its first regular season game at Rio at Maracana Stadium. I really don't care about the games overseas. Any more news? Vikings QB J.J. McCarthy and Andrew Van Ginkel are officially out for Sunday versus Pittsburgh. Kevin O'Connell said Ryan Kelly and defensive lineman Javon Hargrave, they are both good to go, per Tom Pelissero. But yeah, that's all the NFL news, man. A lot of injury updates here. I'll do another video probably Saturday night going over the other injury updates, if there is a lot to go over. So let's move on to the NASCAR portion here. So let's go over the schedule for the rest of the week. For Saturday today, 10:30 on the CW app, Xfinity P&Q. 1 on True TV Cut P&Q, 3:30 CW Pre-Race, 4:10 CW Xfinity Green, 45, 110 stage lane, 5 sets of tires, fuel, 60 to 65 laps. Sunday, 2:30 on USA Pre-Race, 3:05 USA Cut Green Flag, 80, 85, 102 stage lanes, 9 sets of tires, fuel, 62 to 68 laps. So NASCAR apparently has parted ways with the race director, Juzanne Hamilton. NASCAR confirmed he is no longer with the company, but will not elaborate. My understanding is the decision was not performance related. Sure, man. No more bullshit finishes. He was fucking terrible. Man, who at NASCAR woke up yesterday to decide to start taking W's? Possible the 36 race full point season comes back. They get rid of the race director. Do Elton Sawyer next. Apparently, NASCAR has had 2 full-time race directors who would share the duties throughout the year, so Tim Berman will likely do the remaining races of the 2025 season. Daniel Hemrick will drive the number 11 Chevrolet in the next 2 Xfinity races following Kansas at the Roval and Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! I can talk about some NBA news to end the video here. I mean, there's some stuff I can talk about here. So, Paul George, he met the 76ers. They hit rock bottom last season. Rock bottom. You played what, half the season? Kevin Love is expected to report to training camp with the Utah Jazz. He's actually going to stay on that team. The Grizzlies say Jaren Jackson Jr. toe is out 4 to 6 weeks and Zach Edey ankle 6 to 9 weeks. Dude, half the NBA is already injured and we haven't even had preseason yet. So, on ESPN on NBA Today, the Sixers still don't know when Joel Embiid will play at Shams Charania. Man, the Sixers are so cooked, man. Joel Embiid's always hurt. Their season is cooked already. Scoot Henderson can miss up to 8 weeks with a left hamstring tear per Chris B. Haynes. Man, that sucks already before the fucking season. Paul George, he still thinks he's an elite basketball player. Elite? Not anymore. Paul George is not expected to be a full participant at the start of Sixers training camp. Well, gee, what a shock. Kevin O'Connor and LaMelo Ball in the Charlotte Hornets says, I do know one thing, new front office, new ownership, they will not hesitate to move on from LaMelo Ball if he continues to sour over the remainder of this contract. But maybe the best thing for him is to get away from that Charlotte Hornets organization. Julius Randle says injuries to the next playoff run without him and toxic narratives led him to depression and pushed him into a dark place when he turned to marijuana. Don't even know what to say to that. LeBron James wanted a contract extension, but the Lakers refused. Scottie Pippen said Steph Curry would not be very impactful in the 90s. Man, nobody guarded the 3-ball then. Nobody guarded the 3-ball. He would get them off like crazy. Like, can we stop with this narrative? Great players will be great no matter what. And Scottie Pippen saying this, well, I can say you wouldn't be very impactful with your broke-ass jump shot. Just saying. He was a great, really damn good defender, but was he a great jump shooter? Except for he would be impactful because they didn't fucking guard the 3-pointer. Brandon Clark, Memphis forward centers will undergo a procedure to address knee synovitis and is expected to be reevaluated in 6 weeks. Damn, this team is injured like hell. It's not even preseason yet. But yeah, that's all to say here. Leave a like, come subscribe for more. Till I come back a lot. Peace, and it's gonna be a busy Saturday, man. Especially with college football and baseball, so I'll be here. It's gonna be a busy day, so enjoy rest of your night. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace. Have a good night. I'll see you for all the sports action tomorrow.